Today we're here in Frankfort at the Progress Report meeting for the Coalition to Sustain the Education Profession. And there's probably, 45 or 50 people in attendance today. And we are hearing an update on the work of the task forces that made up the three focus areas that also make up the coalition. And our purpose today was to share that report with them, the progress we've made so far with the task forces, and gain some direction and focus on to where we go next.
Education is the foundation on which everything is built. Teaching and developing our future happens in our public school system. That requires a partnership between those in public in the public area and also those of us that work in private industry. Specifically because that's what drives the welfare, the sense of community, the interaction, the societal interaction, and helps develop a strong, firm foundation for our communities.
Where we are is looking at some short-term, some intermediate-term, and some long-term potential solutions. I think we've got to think through which ones are going to have the most impact and which ones are going to have an impact at the scale that we really need, and then also think through in what order can we work to get them.
We've looked at everything from working conditions to financial compensation, to other topics that would help not only our educators, but also to our classified employees across the state of how do you get into this profession, and once you're into this profession, what can we do to make it very sustainable and also something that is enjoyable for you, but also too that you can also support your families, because at the end of the day we still need to support our families. And again, it's not about the sacrifice of teachers and of educators, because all of them go through that each and every day to work for our students. But it's also about making sure that we retain them, we respect them, and support them in every way possible.
As part of the work today, we were able to look at some problem statements, some reasons of why we're coming together to work to sustain our profession, but then also to look at solutions. What are the things we can do to address those problem statements, and how can we move our profession forward in a positive way? What's doable? And then how do we promote and encourage those things that are doable within our state?
When we think about this in a strategic way, we're not just trying to solve the problem that we're having today, but we're trying to solve the problem that we could have if we don't address it, which would even get worse. But even more than that, it goes to this idea that it creates a methodology by which we can constantly build this process to where it would be everlasting.
There's no one thing that's going to solve this issue. We not only have a teacher workforce issue, we have a workforce issue in the state, in this country, in all areas of employment. But if we can't stand still. We have to keep moving forward and keep working.
We're really at a crossroads in our time as public educators and in the direction we want to go. And the work that's happening amongst all different groups here together will help chart a course for us as leadership in KASA on how we can support districts and schools moving forward.
And the work that we are doing here as part of this coalition is hopefully building a relationship with the legislature that is even stronger than it is already, and bridging that gap of the critical shortage that we see with our teaching profession and the need of our children to have a qualified, quality educator with them all through their public school experience.